Welcome, happy farmers, to Sosnovka. We are starting a new farm tonight. Okay, so I'm going to do things a little differently. We've tried a bunch of different stuff. Tonight we're going to go down the farmer route. Obviously we've done that, but usually I either supplement it with logging or silage and do that full on at the beginning. This time we're not going to do that. Now, I am not saying that I'm going to not do silage or not do my brain. I'm not saying that we're not going to do the biogas plant, or that we're not going to ever do cows. Or that we're not going to ever do logs. I mean, we're going to do it all. But I am going to focus at first on getting the farm going so we can get some income, and we're going to earn our equipment that way instead of just using those methods to do it. So first things first, we are going to go down the sugar beet route. I'm going to take these two fields and maybe some more after we're done doing the equipment purchases. But that means we're going to be selling a lot of stuff too. My goal is to get a good mid-size tractor and the equipment that we need to harvest sweet beets. Right now we have 3 tractors. I'm going to start by selling this guy. We will need this cultivator, so I'm going to keep the cultivator. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome aboard. If you're new to the farming simulator, there's many ways you can attack a new farm. One of the reasons why Sosnovka is a bit of a challenge as compared to, say, Bjornholm or the United States map is that they give you a lot less equipment to start with. They give you bigger equipment, but they give you less, in some cases. The tractors are all pretty small, but they give you less equipment, so to speak. So things get a little bit harder because you now are limited in what you can sell. So like if you start Bjornholm or you start the USA map, Westbridge, it's a little bit easier because you have a whole bunch of tractors that you can sell. They give you like 5. The USA map gives you 5 and Bjornholm gives you 4. Well, you don't need 4 different tractors. You can get away with 2. So you sell 2 of them and you just made, $80,000. That helps you buy other equipment. So this map does not afford you much luxury in that way. You're given 2 very small and not very valuable tractors. And we're going to sell both of them and try to get the middle level. I am going to go for Eastern European stuff. So we're going to be looking at Kirovitz. We're going to be looking at, the in-game Zeter tractors, which will probably mostly be doing those. We're also going to be looking at the harvesters. I will never be able to say it right. Rostselmish, or however you pronounce it. We're going to be using those, and we're going to really try to keep it prototypical to Eastern farms. However, we may sub in mods here and there, but I am going to try to, and I think, there are other things that we may use. We may have JCB stuff in here, but in general, we're going to try to keep it as Eastern as possible, using what we have available that's good. There's not a whole lot of good mods out there in general, honestly. There's a lot of crappy mods and some really good mods. But, the Kirovitz is one of those where it's a mod, but it's a really well-done mod. We've got the Tatra. We've got all kinds of cool Russian stuff that we can pop in here. We may have to pop in some of the normal equipment too, though. So we didn't get to know the Zeter Crystal very well. It's a nice tractor. It's a big honking tractor, and we may buy one back later. But for right now, I would keep this tractor, but there's one major problem. The Zeter has no power takeoff on the front. It only has a power takeoff on the back, so I cannot use it as a beet harvester. So that right away makes me not want to keep this tractor. Sad, but true. So it's going to go. Goodbye. Yep, and we're selling the cedar. So there's the $40,000. This guy's going to be worth probably about $130,000. I'm hoping that gives us enough to get what we need to do what we're going to do. This tractor we're going to keep for a little while because we need to load up the grain from the harvester and sell it. So we'll see how this works. This may or may not be successful. We might be ending the farm early and having to start over again. But I want to do, like I said, the sugar beets. If you're going to have to go through, like right now I don't have enough money to buy even any log. If I wanted to go the logging route, we could go that way too. But we've already done that. So I want to do something different. in my Bjornholm video from Season 4, we started by doing logging. On Westbridge, we beat the crap out of the silage market, so I'm not going to not do those. We're definitely going to have those in this game, but I want to start by actually, working my way up to those things instead of using them as the only thing that I'm doing to make lots of money to then get my farm going. That's usually how I do it, but in this case, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to actually work our way into fortune and fame. Might take a little longer, but I'm okay with that. And I think the other thing, too, is once I get this map built up and I have a little more time, obviously I've told you guys I'm super busy with work, I will open up the server, and this will become our server map. You will have to have this gold DLC or have the gold edition to play, and then any of the mods that I put up there. But that's a ways off. I've been saying November, but I'll tell you what, guys, I am so busy and so far behind. I've got all kinds of stuff going on, and I need to get myself back together and get my life back in order so that I can get, how do I put this? I got to get caught up. I'm just so far behind, and it's not good. So this goes on the server, and having a live shows and all that stuff is going on the back burner until I get caught up. I will definitely be caught up by the 1st of January, and so I will have some time. I'm taking maybe even a month off. We'll have to see how our finances are, but I'm going to definitely take some time off around the holidays, and we'll be putting the server up at that point, but it's going to be at least January before that happens. So I just want to apologize ahead of time. I know you guys are dying to get on the server, but I have no server as of yet, and I am just too busy to get something set up right now. So we will do that, but it's down the road. So anyway, I am going to finish working with this harvester, and then I will pick you guys back up. See you in a minute. All right, so it's going well. Enjoy the view of the across 595, as it's the last time you'll see it for a while. We will be buying those again when we need a regular harvester, but on my sugar beet conversion, it's gonna go away for a while. Now the downside is we've only got one of these little tippers, and this is with the sweet beets, it's gonna fill up fast. We're gonna be a very small operation for a while because we're gonna have one tractor. But I'll tell you what, after a couple harvests of sugar beets, we're going to have a pretty decent money thing going. We got the train station here. They got train stations all over the place, but there is a sweet beet facility specifically where we can go and sell our sweet beets. So that's going to help things quite a bit because we'll be able to get out there and sell our sweet beets to the train, and then the train will take them off, and we'll get double the amount. So we're going to probably bring in, I'm going to say for the 2 fields that we own right now, roughly probably about $50,000 a crop. So it won't take too long. It might be less than that. We'll have to see. It won't take too long. It's going to take a lot of driving. But once again, it won't take too long to get, some money together so that we can start buying equipment. But it is going to be a little harder than the other roads that we've taken before. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. All right, catch you back in a minute. Things I'm laughing at right now, this guy just bashed into that tree. We need to go rescue him. Those trees are going to have to go. As with any farm, those end of the road trees are always a pain in the butt. We're going to plow all this under. I forgot to turn the straw swath off. It doesn't really make a difference, but we're just going to plow it back under. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no, stop. Crap. He pooped. Now I'm going to have a straw swath on my sidewalk forever and a day. Or on my driveway. Oh well, what are you going to do? I did that by mistake. It was not on purpose. It's going to poop a little bit out right there. Speaking of poop, crapsicles. I forgot to stop the harvester. Whenever you go to unload like that, you need to stop so that it doesn't do that trail mess. All right, we finished harvesting. Time to sell this harvester. Like I said, I hate to do it. It's This is a really big harvester, and it's it's kind of a shame to sell it, but we need to make money faster. And we're going to be doing wheat forever. The downside is really the stuff they give you at the start of this farm. Oops, come on, don't do that. You don't lose that, but it's just funny. It's like, it looks funny. I think I'd be able to unload. Yeah, I was. Okay. So let's run this guy up to the shop. And sell it. Alright, I will meet you up there. This ought to be interesting. They don't give you a header trailer. So there's no way to get around this. Oh, there goes your Lada. I am sorry about your Lada car. It was a piece of crap. It's okay. It's a $500 car. Like this. I am sorry about your Yugoslavian car. But it was a piece of junk anyway. Ford Cortina. Sorry about your Ford Cortina. Once it was a rally champion. As was the Yugo. Alright, so we can say goodbye to the giant Rotslamash. Rotselmash. Across with one S. Akros. Donk. Something's wrong with this harvester I bought. Can I have my money back? The header just doesn't work right. Ooh, we're doing good. We're doing good. We should have enough money for everything that we need. Everything. Okay, so now we're going to take our load. How do I cover that thing? There we go. Oh, I'm cruise control. I'm like, man, this thing is just not moving. I don't know where to go. I think we need to go to the transport company. They all have... the hard thing is they all have trains available. So it's like the transport company has a train. Well, let's take a look here at the Shift I. Our interface. Where did I do? Where am I going? Okay, right now... we got the transport company does not take wheat. Okay, well, there goes that. So, does the freight yard take wheat? No, it does not. The grain elevator does. The mill does. The village grain elevator does take wheat. Who else takes wheat? The bakery. Checkbook. I think we need to go... it must be the grain elevator then. The mill? I know one of these has a train yard. It probably is the mill because it's so much less money. But let's try... yeah, see the mill's right there. The freight yard does not take it, right? I said freight yard doesn't take it. The mill, the village grain elevator, and the big grain elevator... I know the grain elevator does not have a train track, so we're going to go down to the mill and see what we get. But it is going to be less than I wanted. And we're not going to go too fast because this tractor is very small. Yeah, I think the mill is the best price that we're going to get. I know it's 100 less, but... it'll be 100 less doubled. So it makes it up, instead of 344, that brings it up to over 500. This tractor is really not doing too bad with this grain load. It's 88% full. And I do like the trailer that I'm pulling. It'd be nice to have a couple of these hitched up. They're larger than the Brantner trailers. But they're a little bit smaller than the AgroLiner. But it makes them a little bit more friendly for little tractors like this. So hopefully you're enjoying the Sosnovka scenery. It is a beautiful day. Don't let it slip away. The sun is rising. Alright, so I'm going to make a right. And like I said, I think it's the mill. I don't think the freight yard takes it, so we'll see when we get there, but each of these locations has a different drop-off point. I'm not sure which one is which. It's where we sell wood. Traffic circle. And we need to go this way, and we're going to go... Yeah, see, the freight yard only takes sweet beets. So that's where we're going to deliver sweet beets. We have to look at what's on the train car. The train car will tell you what it takes. So that train only had sweet beet cars. Or sugar beet cars. I keep saying sweet beets. I'm sorry. I know it's sugar beets, but my brain just won't let me say it. So here we are. See, there's the sugar beet train. Over here we should have a train with grain cars. Yep, there it is. That's the grain car right there. Has the top on it. And in real life, that is what a grain car is. So we're going to go up here, and we're going to dump our trailer load off. See which way it dumps. Probably go to the side. Yep, there we go. And then we're going to hop out. So that was a $3,000 load. Ouch. It's worthless. And we're going to press the R button, the R key. And the train is going to go off to Happy Land with its grain self. That's pretty cool. Oh, look, and it goes on the switch and everything. That's neat. That's cool. It actually goes through the junctions. All right, so I will go ahead and hop back in the tractor. So now, oh, you hate to do this, but we're going to sell our Zetor. And we might move over to Ursus, because I think the Ursus is going to be cheaper than the... we'll see. What we really could use is a tractor, that mid-level the Zetor... I think it starts with a P, but I can't remember. Is it the Primer? We'll take a look at it. No, the Primer is the hay thrower. We'll take a look at it. We'll figure Proxima, that's what it is. The Zetor Proxima has 120 horsepower, which should be enough to operate all of the harvesting equipment. But it also gives us the added bonus of having the front loader arms. So it's kind of an all-in-one tractor for us without going over the top. So that may be a good alternative. Now that we have all these different models, Zetor tractors, it would be neat to see somebody come out with different horsepower variants, like the New Holland mod pack that I showed you guys on my Bjornholm farm, where you could pick like, well, they got this front loader and they've got 115 horsepower, 125, and 175 horsepower models, Because I'm sure Zetor probably has more than just one model per horsepower range. They probably have a couple different motor options for each tractor size. Most tractor companies do that. I went the wrong way. There's my farm over there. Oops. The good news is this, and one of the things I like about this map is that it does have dirt roads connecting everything. Something that you do not find on all of the mod maps that you run into. A lot of them are missing things that you need to get back and forth. So you get to one area on the map and you realize there's no way to access the other area. Now, this does have that a little bit because of the big river that cuts through the middle of the map. So sometimes you may find that you can't get from point A to point B. Oh, so there's $3,800. So we did make almost $7,000 from that trailer load of maybe a little bit over 7, actually. Let me think. Yeah, a little bit over $7,000 from our trailer load. It's like nothing. It's kind of frustrating. But we're going to run into that. We are on hard mode. We're going to drop this trailer right here. And we can say goodbye to the Major 80. Eventually we'll probably buy one back. Because we do need another, it's nice to have a couple tractors to work on. Oh, this is cool. I could never do these right. I just totally flubbed it. This is like a work area for your tractors. It's got a mechanic's pit. Though this tractor's too little. Too little? Oh. Oh no, if I get stuck, I'm in big trouble. Time for the big reset button. All right. So I will be right back. I'm going to run up to the shop and I'll meet you up there. All right, here we are. And I just realized I drove all the way up here with my weight, which I need. Shiz. All right, hold on. We're going to do a... I'm going to reset it because... Stupid idiot. So it's going to be off where it belongs because I'm stupid. Okay, so here is the sale point. Goodbye, Zeter. Goodbye, Major. And we're going to go to the bank before we go into the dealership, and we're going to max out our loan. I always do this, except for the very first season. I was like, don't spend that. You're going to need all of it. And sure enough, thank you, Violet. Sure enough, I did need it, actually, and so I ended up reneging on my vow never to take a loan and found out that it's only $800 a day. And you saw there, every day with a crop, you're going to make at least $7,000, so you should be able to, well, figure something out. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the store and order our parts. Whoops. So here we go. We're in the vehicle shop, and we're going to visit our friendly vehicle dealer who's rubbing his hands together evilly and greedily. Oh, I thought this was over 100,000, so that's pretty good. So we need one of these. We need a rooster. We need one of these. We need the cutter. And for the sweet beets, we also are going to need the sewing machine, and we're going to go Russian style. We're going to use this Optima by Kverneland. Very good pricing, affordable, leaving us with some money. So we also are going to need definitely a little fertilizer. What else? Well, I think we're ready to buy our tractor now because we should have, let me take a look and just kind of think about what we have. We've got our trailer. We've got the harvester for the sweet beets. And we've got our planter, our fertilizer. So now we do need a tractor that's going to be larger. We have two options available to us. And we may have to in fact, I probably should save my game right now just in case. We're going to save. All right. We have two options available. We have this, if we're going to go with this, the Russian stuff, we have our Proxima 120 and our Forterra 150. Now, the Forterra will get us way more horsepower, but it's going to leave us with just a little teeny bit of money. So we're going to be kind of desperate for the next day or so. Whereas the Proxima may have an issue running both the beet harvester and the topper at the same time, but it's going to get us the front loader arms. So I'd like to try this one first. The reason why I saved is we're going to go for the smaller one first. And that leaves us with some money in case we need to buy anything else. In fact, we probably should buy one more of those Farm Tech tippers. Because I think we're going to, obviously if we're going to be carrying sweet beets around, those things are big. And see, how much is this? 14,000 is not bad. That's not a bad price because the Brantner is 7,000. So that's not, holds double the capacity. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. So, all right, so here we go. So that's going to be our way of trailering this around. So now we have our loadout. One of the cool things about Sosnovka is any of the tractors that you buy, they always appear in the showroom. So we've purchased this tractor. Here it is in the showroom, and we're going to drive it out. I'm not going to get the arms right now because I don't need them, but eventually we will be getting those. So let's go ahead and give it a test. Let's see if we can move this harvester. Theoretically, we should have enough horsepower to drive both of these at the same time. So let's go to the front. Turn this guy on. Let's go to the back. We're going to have to unfold it first. Right? Yep, we do. So look at that. We're operating. So we've got both the rooster and the topper going. The problem is, of course, we're not going to be able to move very fast when we do it, but it works. That's all we need. We can get a bigger tractor later with the money we make, but for right now, this will have to do. So Hold on 1 minute. Violet wants to tell me something. Sorry, I have kids making messes. I had to talk to them. So, all right, we're going to take this guy home. So it's a pretty cool setup. Glad we had enough money to do it. I didn't think we were going to, but we did. And eventually we can get the larger Forterra and run this with that, because that tractor is going to be a little better suited to this heavy equipment. But for now, this will do. It'll make us some money. This is a big harvester.
This is a big machine.
Sorry, I can't get that out of my head. Australian truckers. Alright, guys. See you in a couple minutes. I'm going to start moving this stuff down to the farm. So I don't think it's that exciting, but I'll be going back and forth from the shop to do this. So see you in a little bit. I'm going to park this right here. I probably should put it inside, but... Whoops. We can always run this stuff one at a time too if it gets to be too much, but I think it'll be fine. It's probably going to be just fine running the topper and the back at the same time. I've done it before with small tractors like this, and it's never been an issue. All right, so we'll be back